Hi, I'm Doug from Dynamic Computing and welcome to episode 163 of 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast. This week we're going to be talking about a brand new game that was just released on Saturday at Amiga 38. This one right here, this is ReShoot Proxima 3. Now, a lot of you know I absolutely love ReShoot-R that came out a couple of years ago for the Amiga. Fantastic game. This is the same crew. Richard Lowenstein doing most of the coding and game design. Kevin Saunders doing the graphics, which are gorgeous. And we have Martin Amann doing the music, which will knock your socks off. Now, this game is AGA only. So OCS, ECS machines, don't even ask. It's not going to run. But it runs on the Amiga 500 Mini. It runs on WinUAE. It runs on Amiberry. It runs on Pimiga. You know, anything that can emulate AGA, this thing's going to run fine. Now it needs 1.8 megabytes of chip memory. So don't plan on having just a straight 2 megabyte Amiga with a 68020 and booting up into Workbench and launching the game from there, because that ain't going to work. If you just have a bare bones Amiga 1200, you're going to need to boot to like a CLI and launch the game from the CLI or something like that. But if you've got any amount of fast memory, any accelerator, it's going to take advantage of it. If you've got fast memory, you only need 1.5 megs to run it. This little beauty right here, this is running on my Amiga 1200, which has a Pi Storm Lite in it. So it's got plenty of horsepower. Graphics run great. Now, it's an NTSC machine, so if you're in NTSC land, just do the two-finger salute, choose display mode, PAL, it's going to run fine. If you try to run it under NTSC, the graphics are all wiggledy-squiggledy, and that's no fun at all. Now, this game is incredible. ReShoot-R, its predecessor, was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. They went a little different way here. ReShoot-R was a shmup. It was a horizontal one. This one is a vertical shoot 'em up, which is fantastic. You still have the same power-ups where you've got speed and you've got weapons, 3 levels of each, and you have one life in the game. If you get hit, you lose part of your power-ups. Every time you get hit, you lose a power-up, you lose a power-up. When you're at base strength, like you are when you start the game, if you get hit, that's it, you're done. No extra lives, but you can keep the game going by continuing to get power-ups. A couple of modes on here. There's an easy mode, which is plenty challenging. It's a great way to get started, get used to the game, get used to the enemy patterns of firing. Enemies are a little weaker in easy mode. It seems like maybe there's a few more power-ups, but I'm not sure about that. But once you get into hard mode, all right, the enemies shoot more. The enemies, there's a lot more of them that come out on the screen, and they're less forgiving when you shoot them. It takes a lot more hits to kill them. But it's not difficult. This is the thing I love about this game, is so many of the shoot 'em ups from back in the day. Like, think of Defender from back in the 80s from Williams, all right? You just died. I start to play the game like, yeah, I'm going to hit me some landers. I'm going to go get me some mutes. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, look, it's Bader. It's just killed me. You don't feel powerful. You don't feel like, you know, yeah, I'm a big bad dude here. In this case, a bad chick, because her name is Erin. You feel powerful. You feel like, yes, you know, I'm going to take down this whole troop of enemies by myself because I'm awesome. It doesn't mean it's easy. It just means you feel powerful and feel in control, which I like in a video game. Now, there's a couple of ways to buy this. Here's the link to the website you go to buy it, okay? There's a couple of versions. There's a just a digital version. You can download it. That's what I picked up last night. You can also pick up a boxed version and then the platinum version, which has extra bonuses like a USB stick that has some music on it and some extra graphics and some extra goodies. Take a look at the website here. You'll find all kinds of different options, ranging from about $30 American to about $50, $55 American dollars. Very reasonably priced for what I consider a AAA title. But let's jump into the game. Take a look and I'm going to tell you my opinions as we're playing. Look at this. Even the intro screen is absolutely gorgeous. Kevin Saunders did such a great job with the artwork, and Martin did such a great job with the music, and the programming is just phenomenal. But let's jump into the game. You have a choice of music on or off, and difficulty of easy or hard. I'm going to choose easy for this. With easy, you might get a few more power-ups. The enemies are easier to destroy, but there's still a whole lot of bullets going on here. Now you notice the first thing I'm doing is grabbing these things that say power boost. One of them is going to increase my speed. One of them is going to increase the power of my shots. You notice I'm shooting to the side now because I got one power boost. Here's another power boost that'll increase them even more. And you can see now I'm blasting the enemies even better. The power boosts work kind of like your lives in this game. You have literally one life, and once you lose that life, you're done. But each time you get hit, what it does is it just takes away some of your power boost, and you have to get more to survive a few more hits. There's Aaron and Targ taunting each other. Now when you're done and you're at maximum power, go for those power boosts anyways. They'll help your score substantially, and they'll also help your score multiplier a bit. Now those dudes you just see, they'll always drop a power boost. These guys that are doing the bullet hell dance here, they always drop a power boost when you blast them. So you always want to get them when you can. Yay! The pattern is the same every game. So once you get into it and you play it a few times, you'll start remembering where the enemies are going, where the bullets are going, and you can really start catching on to what's going on. And that's going to be important when you play on hard mode, because believe me, the enemies take a lot more damage than I'm dishing out right now to eliminate them. Now we're going to be meeting the little worms. There's a little worm. Ah! Almost blasted me. How am I going to get out of this one? Okay. This is a lot like a ReShoot-R from a couple of years ago, because there were a couple of stages where you running into these asteroids that are flying, and you have to battle through the asteroids. But look at these backgrounds. Look what the guys did with these backgrounds. Just beautiful. And the sound, oh my goodness, the audio is just incredible. Now you notice when I eliminate a whole group of enemies, I get a huge bonus. 5,000 point wave bonus. So you want to do that as much as you can. And I am just about, okay, I just got hit there. So you notice my, it took away some of my blaster power. But I got it back. Yay. There's more wormies. Now here's one of the fun parts, because what happens is you stop until you defeat all the worms. See, I've actually stopped. Now I don't have control over whether I'm moving forward or not. It stops itself because you have to eliminate all those enemies before you can progress any further. Now escalation, that means the big boss is coming up. Now watch, it's going to show on my little radar where it's coming from. Alert in the lower right hand corner, that's where she's coming from. Yeah, and I got hit. Yay. Now it's coming from the upper left. Ah! And I've taken down to the last bit of my power-ups here, so I can only take one more hit before it does me in. Let's see if I can get past it. Yes, got it. Now don't run into this thing that's about to crash into the sun. You don't even really need to shoot it, but I always shoot at it. Yay. Now at the end of every level, you get a boss kill bonus, you get a hit accuracy bonus, and a wave bonus. That's how many waves of enemies you've defeated. So if you time your shots better than I do, you will get a higher score. Now in advanced mode, in hard mode, oh, look at this, look at these clouds. Look at them flying behind the clouds there, the transparency, oh, it's beautiful. In the hard mode, not only is everything harder, but if you get a high score, which in this case is like over 1.2 million, you are able to register that high score on their website. And right now, as of today, Amiga Bill is in the #1 spot, but I am going to soon surpass him. That's my goal. Now look at these things come up behind you. They're going to come into play big time in just a minute, because it turns into a crazy maze game here. Power up. Now look at all these alerts that are showing up, meaning something's coming up behind me. And yeah, you can't shoot them because you can't shoot backwards. You just have to avoid them and hope you can zoop out of their way in time before they get you. And I can. And now, blast through the walls here. Yippity skippity. More snakies. No comments about what the snakes look like. Yeah. I gotta get my power-ups. Okay, good. Now I'm still alive. I was a little worried there. They were gonna take me down. Now here's a fun part, because you can't defeat these blocks right here. They are just invulnerable to anything. So you have to weave your way through, and they decide that they're going to come after you, but they come in a set pattern. So every time you play, and I hit the wall because I'm an idiot. Every time you play, they're going to be going in the same pattern. And then up at the top of the wall here, once you get past them, you have to blast through the wall. Yay! Now hopefully I'm going to get some more power-ups here. Yes! Lots and lots of juicy power-ups. I live. Now, these are little blockworms. Nothing worse than blockworms. Come on. There you are. When you're at full power, they're not so bad to take out. When you're only at half power or third power, these things are a nightmare. Ah, he got past me. There we got him. But you notice again how I stopped there and I don't have control over whether I'm flying forward or not. Gabba, gabba, gabba. And check this baddie out. Not only is he taking a lot of hits, he's pushing me backwards because I can't go forward. So now I have to maneuver backwards through the flipping maze I was just in without hitting the walls. Isn't that just the coolest little feature? Yikes. Ah, got him. And then once you defeat him, just start going forward again. That is the coolest thing. Look at the transparency on these levels. Look at that. Only Amiga. These worms are much easier to destroy than the last batch. They trick you because the bonuses are on the other side of the screen. Escalation. I can't remember what I'm facing here. Ah, he's coming. Okay, now here, these blocks are going to join up with the big baddie. Boing. Now the big baddie is only vulnerable in one spot at a time. Then you can't shoot backwards or sideways, so I gotta wait for him to get back in my range. And then blast him again. Got him. From behind. Sneak out through his bullets and blast away. Oh, good, I got him. And just one more level. This is why they call it dancing with the bullets. Finding the patterns to get in between them. Oh, yeah. Oh, and you're coming up on the bottom. I gotta get you. Oh, that's a lot of bullets right there. And I took a hit. Took 2 hits actually. But luckily he dropped a power up. Oh, and I took a hit. Am I gonna get him this last time? I'm vulnerable. And I destroyed him, he destroyed me. Perfect way to end the demo. So those were the first 2 levels, and they are incredible. I've gotten up to level 3 and basically playing easy mode. I think what I'll do is I'll beat the game in easy mode and then I'm going to attack it again in hard mode. It's got a cool feature. If you're in hard mode and you get a high score, like above I think 1.2 million, you get a code that you can enter on Richard's website, and I'll put the website link right down here. You'll also find it in the description, and you get to put your high score up there for everyone to see. Now, personally, I'm coming after Amiga Bill. He just got first place in the high score table. I'm coming after you, buddy, so just watch your back. It's tough, though. Now, also, with all of the versions, there's some great artwork that comes with the goodies. Here's a couple of them right here. There it is. So here's a couple of pictures that come with it. Comes with a nice PDF manual, a nice PDF poster that I may just print out on my 11x17 printer. And it also has a few Amiga workbench images for backgrounds that are in 8 color that are kind of cool. So take a look at those. Those are really kind of cool. So what do I think of the game overall? Game of the year for sure. I mean, it's October 2023. Think about life since August 2023. We've had Rogue Declan Zero from our friends at Nivrig. We've had Roguecraft, which is almost done, coming out from our friends at Badger Punch Games. And we've got ReShoot Proxima 3 coming out, that's out now. We're talking AAA Amiga titles, 3 of them in the span of 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Flipping incredible. And I'm sure there's more to come too. Pick up this game, absolutely. I give this thing my absolute highest rating. And considering I've never actually, in the past 5 years, come up with an actual rating system, just assume it's 10 Amiga check marks out of 10 or something like that. That's fine. 10 Amiga check marks. This thing's fantastic. Music, absolutely addicting. Graphics, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Gameplay, phenomenal. You know, are there any drawbacks to the game? You know, maybe a bug here or there that needs to be ironed out for sure. But considering what they're doing and how much they're cramming into this thing, it's phenomenal. Thank you to my wonderful patrons for helping support me. If you want to join in the Patreon fun, pop over to patreon.com/10mark, and for as little as $2 a month, you can keep the channel alive. And while you're looking at these beautiful names scrolling by, remember, Amiga Art Contest is coming up in November. So take a look at www.amigaartwork.com for more information. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Get this game. You're not going to regret it. Don't steal it. Don't pirate it. Don't wait for a trainer version. Just spend a couple of bucks, buy the game, support our good friends in the Amiga community. Follow me on all the social networks, the Twitters, the Blue Skies, the Threads, the Facebookses. All of those links are right in the description. But until next time, this is Doug from 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast, signing out to go get the flippin' high score in hard mode.